Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Yes,
Angelina Darrisaw.
Hi, how are you?
Did I say your last name right?
You did. You said
Nice.
it correct.
And she's from Google.
I am here. Yes, I'm a big partner of Google.
I Googled your name and nothing popped up. I wanted to use that joke. That was a joke I was waiting for.
That was awful.
That was
But
funny.
Angelina
First of all,
also,
that's not even true.
Angelina also has her own company.
Yes.
But the first time I met you, it was as a Google digital coach.
Yes.
So explain to people what it is that you do, and then you can tell us about C-Suite Coach.
Yeah, so my company runs a program for Google nationally to provide free resources for small businesses and working professionals. So there are 11 coaches. I'm the national coach across the U.S., and we have trainings, one-to-one coaching, all on how to use digital skills to level up and really grow in your business or your career. We're in 10 cities right now.
I got a question, but it's not about that. This just made me think about something.
Okay.
When you Google something,
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
why you say, oh, Lord?
I know
'Cause I
all
knew
the
you were gonna say
Google
something
questions.
I need to get rid of some of the stuff I don't want that pops up. And I need the positive things to pop up more.
Well, do some positive things.
I've been doing a lot of positive stuff.
You
But
have
then
to do more of that so that
there has to be a cheat code or a trick.
there is not a cheat code or a trick. It's all about having equal access to information. So negative things won't get taken down unless they violate a content policy or have death threats.
I've been doing mad positive stuff, but if I Google something, the weirdest
Keep
stuff
doing
pops
more,
up.
keep doing more, and then
Let
talk
me
about
Google
it.
Envy and see what's been popping up.
The argument with Jesus and Meryl pop
Uh-oh.
up. The
Yeah, that was
Killer Mike
popular.
argument will pop up.
They like when you
The
argue.
dildo thing pops up.
That just means a lot of eyeballs are on it. So
Man.
get more eyeballs on your good
Wait,
stuff.
what dildo popped up?
Not that you know what I mean. The 6 inches, whatever that joke was back in the day.
The joke.
I could give away mad turkeys and toys and anyway.
Anyway,
Back to what
so
you
back
said.
to you, Angelina.
Thank you.
So when I first met you, I actually learned a lot from you. So that's why I think it's important for you to be here to teach everybody that you can't go to everybody, person by person, but you're very accessible.
Yes.
So we learned about Google AdWords, and you taught me about that. So explain what that is, because there's a lot of people who have small businesses that are trying to figure out how can they digitally advertise their businesses, and they don't realize that it's not as expensive as they think too.
Yeah, so one of the things that our program really focuses on is to make it more accessible for diverse entrepreneurs in particular to learn how to use tools like Google Ads. So you don't need a huge budget to compete and have your business show out. It's more about knowing how to use the language correctly to create a really compelling ad. So when people are searching, because billions of people go to search every day, you want to make sure your business isn't left out. And I've used ads to grow my own business as well. It really is a big game changer when it comes to getting more exposure for your business.
Did they
how
give
does
you a
Google-
discount?
They give me some discounts.
So how do Google Ads work? So, I know a lot of times when you Google something, it seems like I Google cars all the time.
Okay.
And every time I go on, there's all types of ads for cars. So how does the Google Ads actually work? And what's the best way to get around the system and get the best bang for your buck?
So how the ads work are basically there are search terms that you put in that you want your ad to show up for. You can even set what zip codes you want your ad to show up for. So for instance, if I was doing an ad for Angela's Juice Bar, I would have it show up just in Bed-Stuy.
Just Angela's Juice Bar? Well, go
Just
ahead.
Angela's Juice Bar,
and
which I go to all the time.
Yeah, she
It's
goes
so
there all
good.
the time. Her family, she's from around that
Yeah,
neighborhood.
my
Okay,
grandmother
good.
lives down the street, so I go every Sunday. But anyway, great juices. If I wanted to do an ad just for that, I would talk about what people are looking for when they're looking for something like a juice bar, like natural, healthy, Bed-Stuy, organic,
Nice.
maybe Black owned. And that my ad would show up for people searching for those things. So the more targeted my ad is, the better chance I have of getting more bang from my buck.
Gotcha.
Right, and you want to show up early in those. So when people Google something, right, I think we tend to trust what pops up earlier on. So if you're Googling juice bar, if you're on those first couple of pages, you're like, okay, this must be a good, trustworthy place to go to because it pops up earlier.
Yes, exactly. That really does help drive more audience to you.
Nice.
So we give these kind of trainings all the time to entrepreneurs. Actually, the program hit after June, we hit 25,000 diverse entrepreneurs and working professionals trained in person on digital skills across the country.
How did you get into this? How did you get into this business?
So I have my own business. It's a coaching business as well. It's called C-Suite Coach. And our key audiences are working professionals and small business owners. And the mission is to leverage coaching to help more people of color achieve what's called the C-suite in a company. So the corporate levels, the highest ranking levels. So we leverage coaching so that when you're coming into the workplace, you're dealing with microaggressions, you're dealing with toxic environments. You don't just quit. You're prepared and you're fortified in the tools to make you successful at work. So we have coaches all across the country that work with big companies really on Black and brown people and women to help them level up in their careers. And in 2017, I got the contract with Google, and it just kept expanding and expanding. And now I run the program nationally. So I'm really excited because I quit my job when I was 20-something.
Where were you working?
I was working at Viacom at the time. So I was in media, ESPN and Viacom, doing digital.
So somebody would say, well, what makes you a professional on coaching? Like, how did you know that market space existed and people would need help?
So I grew up in Bed-Stuy, across the street from Angela's Juice Bar, right on McDonough. And my mom was a teenage mom. She was 16 when she got pregnant. 4 generations of teenage moms. And I, at 25, was making 6 figures, which was more than most people in my family were making and had historically made. And when I tried to hone in on what helped me be successful in a media, which is really competitive and crazy, it was really that I had access to executive coaching. And that's something that a lot of Black and brown people don't know about or can't afford.
Right.
So I wanted to make that more accessible so that my story, being from where I'm from, wasn't like a scarce anomaly, right? More people could have that same story.
So let me ask you some questions.
Okay.
What can one do if they're in an environment where they just can't stand their coworkers?
Ooh, I feel some tension being raised
over
here.
there?
What? I'm asking real questions. People
Yeah,
go
what you
through
trying to
this in
say?
life.
So we could work on a plan to like get him.
Get him? Why are you talking about me?
I'm sorry. It's not you. It's not you.
It's not. Listen, this is not personal.
All right, not personal. So what do you do if you don't like a coworker? Go ahead.
So I think it's all about figuring out, you have to stay focused on your goals and your output. So whenever we're doing a coaching engagement with clients, we start by having them really think about their short-term goals and also their long-term goals, both with their career, but also financially. I know financial wellness is a big something that you all talk about a lot. So thinking about, if I want to get promoted a year from now, what's happening right now with this coworker? Like, can I handle this, or can I find resources to go about these challenges so I don't just come into work starting drama every day, and I'm making sure I'm a productive contributor if I'm focused on my outcome, which is what I want a year from now. So leveraging that, keeping that in your frame of reference, so when you're having those difficult situations, you're more motivated to really deal with them and not have those challenges.
What school did you go to?
I went to Davidson undergrad and Wake Forest for grad school, and I got my coaching certificate at NYU.
You know, and for everybody out there, you know, this is a perfect example of doing what you love, because you're very successful. Congratulations. And you make a lot of money, which is great.
I make
She makes a lot of money. Look at her.
No, you do well. You know, but a lot of people, they always look at the same job occupations. Like, they want to be a rapper, they want to be an athlete, they want to be a this, they want to be a that. But you know, there's so many different things that we can do. A DJ as well, that you own your own business and you're very successful. That's pretty dope. And the fact that you jumped out on a limb, was like, you know what, I'm gonna leave Viacom here and really try this, and it really worked out. So that
and
is
you're
absolutely positively great. Yeah,
passionate about helping people.
I'm very passionate about that. I mean, I think one of the things that's a myth is that Black people, that young people can't be entrepreneurs, and maybe we're not always on the cover of Forbes, but growing up in Bed-Stuy, I remember Fats, who had a barbershop, the Dominican hair salons, the bodegas. Right. There was entrepreneurship. It's just that our entrepreneurship isn't always championed. And so that's why I think the work that we do is so important, to provide resources so those businesses scale and don't fail.
Now, when is it time for everybody out there that might be thinking about taking a leap into something else, into starting their own business? What are some things that a person would need to do to make sure that they're prepared for that?
Yeah, I would say get your finances completely in order. That was one of the things. I leveraged my salary to get out of student loan debt before I quit, because I don't come from generational wealth, right? So I had to make sure my finances were in order.
Your mama didn't give you $1 million loan?
She didn't. She's amazing, and she gave me a lot of love.
But she didn't give you that loan,
No.
She gave you the confidence that you need.
She gave me the confidence and you know, the youthful look. But I would say make sure your finances are in order. Make sure you work on your network. So when you talk about difficult work environments and dealing with coworkers, you really want to think about how do you use these relationships, even when people frustrate you. They're going to be in your future because that's the network that's going to be your first clients often. So don't really be strategic. Don't make missteps with those coworkers because those could be your future clients. So having a strong network, developing some mentors, all of that is key.
Wow. Well, you know what? Angelina's done a lot for us at Juices for Life because we've done 2 Google digital coaching seminars at Wealth Wednesday. And we have another one coming up.
Yes, Wednesday, July 17th. I'm really excited about it. And this one, all those questions that you're asking, like how do I deal with toxic coworkers? How do I negotiate my salary? How do I bring up if I'm having a challenge at work with a difficult boss? All of those conversations we're going to be talking about at Wealth Wednesdays, really about leveling up in your career.
Yeah,
Now,
people can come out and vent.
Now, if they want to get in touch with you and hire you for something, how can they get in touch with you?
They can get in touch at www.csuitecoach.com or on Instagram at Lena Darrisaw. Our email and all of our information is right there.
And we just had an event the other day that you put together. So tell them about that because this was at Chase Bank and alongside Google. And I believe you guys have resources there as well.
Yeah, so right in Harlem, we have partnered to provide free coaching and resources right in Harlem on site on 125th Street at the Chase Bank branch. There's free coaching, free digital skills classes. And Angela, that's me. Angela is such an advocate for the community. I do have to say that because I don't feel like she gets all the hype that she deserves, but she is always making sure she is accessible and telling the real truth about her story and how to be a business owner. So she showed out on Monday. There were over 200 hungry business owners, aspiring business owners asking questions about how to get started. And we try to provide access to people like Angela, as well as give hands-on tactical skills on how to use Google Ads, how to use Google Docs, so that people can use these resources to grow.
And it's free.
It's all free. There's no
they have
fee.
classes there.
No
It's free,
fee.
and it's an amazing space. So if you want to go down there, check out those classes. The people will be there on site, and they can help you out. You just make your appointment, or you make sure you show up to a class, and you can go there and get that information for free. And you can also come Wednesday to Juices for Life. And I appreciate Angelina because she's always making sure that she shows up in our community to teach people these things. And I know it's benefited a lot of our customers as well. So we appreciate that.
So if you want Angelina for free, make sure
Don't
you
say
head
it like that.
If you want Angelina for free, make sure you head over to Juices for Life this Wednesday. You got an RSVP. How do they RSVP you?
You can RSVP to juicesforlifebk@gmail.com.
That's right.
And
So
I'll be
make sure-
there as well.
Make sure you're in the building. Limited seats available. So if you want Angelina
Get some
and
juices.
Angela Yee for free, be there this Wednesday. And we thank you for coming through.
Thank you so much.
Can we erase some of that stuff of envy, like with him and the dildo?
I think that should stay up because the people need to know about it.
Right.
You know what? Forget it now. Well, we appreciate you for joining us.
Thank you so much.
It's Angelina. What's your last name?
Darrisaw.
What is it?
Darrisaw.
I said Darrisaw.
You said Darrisaw.
Oh,
What's
you know what I
Darrisaw?
meant. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.